Hey everyone, it's Mark with Leveled Up, and you know what time it is. It's Ask a Life Coach time. So let's find out what you have for me today. This one says, what if I never belong anywhere? And wow, that's a really heavy question. I assure you that you do. So this is not necessarily a fear that we need to take too seriously. It can feel that way, I'm certain, but I guess that's what I'll say about belongingness is it a subjective thing or is it an objective thing? Does belongingness exist in the world or does it exist, kind of in our minds? And I think we'll find that it's the latter. It's if you feel like you belong, then you do. And so what if I never feel like I belong anywhere? Well, then I guess what I would say is I assure you that that's not based on reality. That's not based on circumstances. That's just a trick of the mind. We all belong everywhere. We're all native creatures to this planet. And anywhere you choose to be, anything you choose to do, you belong there just by virtue of being you. So none of us have anything to prove. And in fact, it would really suck, if you felt like you always had to kind of like stay in your lane. Like, I belong on the ball field. So that means I can't, go do something else with some other kinds of people. So identity is fluid. Identity is complex. Identity is infinite. So it's just not possible for us to be pigeonholed into, certain locations where we belong or certain groups where we belong. We're capable of connecting with anybody, and where there's connection, there's belonging. So I think maybe that's what I would recommend is just, try to get rid of this rhetoric of belongingness maybe, and think more about the rhetoric of connection. In any situation that you're in, maybe instead ask yourself, where can I form a genuine connection? And of course, you can start with yourself. You can start by just having a healthy relationship with yourself. And wherever you go, you get to spend some time with yourself. And that's, arguably the most important relationship in our lives. And that's a connection, that we all have and we all have always. But yeah, maybe in these other contexts, maybe you feel like an outsider. We all get that imposter syndrome sometimes. It's like, do I really belong here? Am I really capable? Am I really qualified? And that's okay. It's okay to feel that way, but you got to remind yourself that that is just a feeling. And the easiest way to make those feelings pass is to just focus on connection and just really small ways. What can I do to connect with another human here? It doesn't even have to be human, of course. What can I do to connect with any other being here? Or feel more connected to my environment, to the universe, to whatever. And I think you'll find that a lot of these doubts just disappear. So people can seem really different from us, but the more we get to know each other, the more we listen to each other, the more we spend time with each other, the more we realize that, we're way more similar than we are different. And, I invite you just to, look for that. And I think you'll find that it's the case. And then you realize that this concept of belongingness is maybe, not the best way to frame the issue, because you belong everywhere and you can find joy everywhere. So, bring yourself to the equation, bring authenticity. When you can, bring vulnerability. I know this can be, really difficult, but when we bring vulnerability, oftentimes we get vulnerability back. And that's when genuine connection happens. So if you're feeling really disconnected, I guess I might ask, are there a lot of walls up? It's hard to connect through walls. So you want to increase your feeling of belongingness. One, you can just trust me that you already do belong. But if that seems way too easy, then, I'll recommend the slightly harder course of action, which is lower those walls and see what happens. I think when the walls are down, the vulnerability and the authenticity is there, you'll be wow. The things that you thought were so unique to you, everybody out there has, similar struggles or other struggles that you can relate to. And, the human experience, obviously yours is yours and it's uniquely yours, but like I said, there's far more similarities than differences between us all. So I hope you find that helpful. I hope you find some sense of belongingness wherever you go. I really appreciate the question. I appreciate all of you tuning in to watch, and I will see you in the next video.